Mr. Ayegbeni Kanaba is with us now via Zoom, talking to us about all of the stories coming from the business world. Mr. Ayegbeni, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you. I'm happy and delighted to be with you this morning.
Well, let's start with this disturbing story. Of course, a lot of analysts will tell you that there's nothing new. It's not news. They were expecting a higher inflation rate going by all of the indices that are within the economy. We see now that inflation has risen to 26.72%. That's a 0.92% increase from the previous 25.8% in the month of August. This is coming from the National Bureau of Statistics. How does this come to you?
It is expected. As a follower of the indices in the economy, it is expected. The Nigerian economy has undergone serious restructuring in this fiscal year. Just how we did election, a lot of money came into circulation. There was a fuel increase. There's also a lot of whole gamut of things. We try to change the color of our national currency. A lot of things have happened within the fiscal year. I cannot remember in the last 25 years that Nigeria as a nation, we have this gamut of things happening in one fiscal year. So it is expected that inflation we're going to call, and coupled with the insecurity, we cannot do that. Food production in Nigeria, transportation, moving the food from where they are produced to where they are consumed. It is not just what leads to inflation, it's not just the narrative. Then look at the production aspect. There are a lot of food that are manufactured in the hinterland that cannot get to the city center for consumption. You see transportation become a very big problem. We look at the road movement of goods. We talk about rail system which has not worked. We talk about effective transport system. The road network in Nigeria is very poor. These are things that that are causing inflation for the ordinary man of the street. What we call inflation, the basic things of life. We talk about things for the ordinary man in Nigeria to eat, bringing food from where they are produced.
From your analysis, Mr. Kanabe, it appears that all of these are not going away anytime soon. Looks like the inflation rate for the month of October might also see an increase, looking at the fact that some of these indices you talked about are still very much with us.
Yes, they are still with us, but we are sure that as the turn of the year, as the dry season comes closer, the horizon will be clear. One of the big things of that has happened in the last 3 months is that the rainfall has made transportation very difficult. People try to come to Lagos to bring food to Lagos to sell to any city center. From where they are produced to go to Benin to get to Port Harcourt. A part of South Nigeria is particularly cut off from the country. They are all gamut of issues, but we are saying that as the rain goes away at the turn of the year, as the dry season draw closer, we are sure that some of these things, road transportation will become freer. Food will come to city center and the cost will reduce. But that has not taken away the issue that has happened. The election that took place, the manipulation that they tried to do by way of recall our national currency will cause a lot of structural distortion. That is still in abeyance now because we are now using the old and the new naira pari passu as approved by the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what we are saying generally, things that will cause this inflation, we expect that it will go down as we enter the final quarter of the year. There are not issues that may be still with us into the new year.
We'll keep our hopes up for that. But let's look at this other story coming from telecommunication firms issuing fresh threats to withdraw their USSD service if banks do not pay the 120 billion naira debt owed them. They are saying that this issue has dragged on for too long and that they need a court resolution to clear the debt. This has been going on. What exactly is the issue? Why has it dragged on for so long? Why haven't they been able to resolve the issue?
And yes, I don't think it's a court thing. We do not want to drag the judiciary to get the banks to pay. I think there must be government intervention to actually tell this, to tell the banks, look, if you have if you have incurred this, you need money to the telecommunication. Don't hold on to this phone. Maybe you need to strike an agreement to how much to pay. But don't hold on to an agency's phone for over a period of time. If this is our imagination, I think we need a government intervention. If going running to court to get a court judgment is not the best solution. But I can assure you that a mere government intervention, getting the presidency to make pronouncement through the Minister of Communication to intervene and call the parties to a round table to say, gentlemen, let's sit down this table, let's get this issue resolved. Because this matter has raged over a period of time. We keep wondering what is the issue. Why does it take banks to remit money to these telecommunication people? But the bank, but that's a huge amount of money. We know that if you take that away from bank, if you tell on their profit, but if they can take a percentage of it, how much that can be taken away, but we agreed upon. And I think government intervention in this regard is paramount.
Well, let's hope that the government intervention does not turn political, because one of the things the telcos are saying is that political, or rather, government interventions have turned political in the past, and then eventually it becomes worsened. The situation becomes worse.
But that is actually the easiest way to solve a problem. Okay, if they go to court and get a court judgment to compare the bank to do, who does the enforcement? No. Government intervention, government is the biggest driver of the company. The government is the driver, sitting on the driver's seat, who propagate, who drive the Nigerian economy. So when you allow them, when you allow government to intervene, their intervention are the smoothest. In government through the Central Bank of Nigeria, someone the bank sent in and sit them down in a boardroom and invite these telecommunication guys and say, gentlemen, what is the issue? Tell me what the issue, tell me what you can do. You will get this issue resolved. If because government has kept quiet on it, that's why the issue has pervaded over a period of time. Yes, you may drive political thing because the government belongs to a political party, because the government has its supporters. The people that own this organization, they have political interests. There's no way we don't talk about politics when government not to. The old people on the other side will always say because you belong to party A or you belong to party B, but that's not the issue. The issue is not this issue resolved amicably. And government intervention in this regard is sacrosanct, and it is.
Oh, well, we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, it wouldn't be over-politicized and they would be able to reach a reasonable conclusion. But let's talk about these betting company stakeholders who have described the publication by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, that's the LSLGA, listing some betting companies as unlicensed, as inimical to the burgeoning gaming industry. They are saying that this public notice, there was a public notice, of course, that came from the government the penultimate week, stating that some 43 lottery excuse me, and gaming platforms had no license to operate in the state. I don't know if you'd recall that particular listing or that announcement that came from the federal government, and advising the gaming population to stay away from patronizing them. But these stakeholders are saying this is quite dangerous for the growth of the industry. What's your take on that?
The question we first of all ask ourselves, who regulates lottery and gaming business in Nigeria? Who has the responsibility to do this regulation? Is it done at the state level or at the federal level? That is the question we must first of all situate that problem. If we do not, because the Lagos state government is a subnational government. There is a national government in Nigeria. There's a national lottery commission that manages the Lagos state government has their own. They have their own state regulators because Lagos is a bigger population. This is an urban city where this thing goes on. But what we are saying is that can Lagos state or tell federal government to do what they should do? Who regulates, or is it there must be a regulator? There must be a regulator who draws the lines.